The Egyptians had the same belief. And it goes all the way back. You can trace it all the way through history back to a serpent. Remember this from the other night? The great cosmic conspiracy, that enemy who sowed those seeds. That's where this goes back to. And I want you to notice this. You probably heard this story, right, of Adam and Eve and eating the apple, even though it never says it was an apple, but that's what most people believe it is. This is what it says. God speaks in Genesis chapter 2 to Adam. He says, "Of every tree in the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat it, for in the day that you eat of it you shall," what's that word, everyone? "You shall surely die." You shall surely die. How many words, everyone? 4 words. You shall surely die. Are you with me? But what the enemy does, speaking through that snake, remember the snake is not the important part of the story, it's the enemy behind the snake. This is what he says. In the next chapter, talking to that woman who's standing under the tree, he says, "You shall," what's that word? "Not surely die." Now, if you shall not surely die, what's the logical conclusion? You're not dead. If you shall not surely die, you may be like a zombie or something, but you're not dead. There's something that lives on because you shall not surely die. God says you shall die. He says you shall not surely die. Now, remember the Chinese the other night? Remember this character from the other night, those who were here? This is the devil. In Chinese, if you write out the character of the devil, this is what you get in traditional Chinese. So the character of the devil is a garden, and it is a man, so a man in a garden privately or secretly. So you put a man in a garden, or a person, in our case we know more detail from the Bible. This is talking about the devil, so we know the devil was who? It was the enemy, Lucifer, showing up secretly in the garden. Remember that the other night? Cosmic conspiracy. Then we go to this character, which was the tempter. We saw this the other night as well. The tempter. You'll notice this is the devil, the character for devil. But the devil here is under a cover of 2 trees. This is ancient Chinese. This is older than the first written word in the Bible. The Chinese wrote on they etched it into tortoise shells saying, this is what the tempter is. The tempter is the devil. Who's the devil? He's a secret person, or a person showing up secretly in the garden, and he comes under the cover of 2 trees, and he acts as a what, everyone? Tempter. You got it? We saw this the other night. Here's a new one for you tonight. This is the word for soul in Chinese. A soul. Now, what is a soul, everybody, from the Bible?